Hello and welcome to the Intuitive Messenger channel. I am Mitchell, your Intuitive Messenger, and this is your energy forecast for today, Saturday, March the 8th, 2014. And as always, thank you. So today is the number 8. That's a very spiritual number. I always say that. Sometimes I wonder, well, what does that actually mean? It's that infinity symbol upright. It's double fours, very solid. It's just a powerful number. Always has resonated with me growing up. I'm a number 8. My birthday is 3/14. Fabian is a number 8, 9/26. So we're always clicking at the same pace. My family business was 888, South Lake Howard Drive. Exit to the highway is the number 8. That could be why I always say it's a very spiritual number because it resonates with me. So that's my working with that number. It's also the strength card in tarot. So it's very strong, powerful, usually a woman and a cat, or on my decks, it's a woman and 3 large different breeds of cats. Big cats, big prairie, plains cats. But so there's just so much strength available for you today, and many of you are going to need it today. I can feel that, and I know it from a logical place too. But also you add all the numbers up today, and you get the number 18. That is the moon. So it's followed our tower, sun, and now moon. So a little bit more light, a little bit more bright. Trust that intuition, trust that gut. You add that number up, you're going to get the number 9. And like I've said all week long, that each day this month is pushing you to the next one. So when you take the day, 8, and you add all the numbers, it pushes you to 9. So you're going to feel like there's someone right behind you gently pushing you onward, which feels good. Number 9 is Hermit. You know, it's one of my favorite cards. Second favorite is that 8 of Cups because it feels like that journey, that introspection, self-analyzation, kind of just digging in deeper, finding out what's going on in your life. Also, I pulled the number 8 of Swords last Sunday when I did the week-long spread. So there's 8s all over the place. 8 day, 18 day, number 8 swords. And the 8 of Swords is about a lot of worry, but it's worry that you have created. Yesterday, a few things I spoke about was, stepping into your own worry and continuing to create that drama. This is something I've talked about this week about how animals are different than us because we have a little bit more of a logical mind and things like that, and we understand society around us, and we're listening to words and trying to interpret them. We tend to create and build and hold on to drama, where an animal might have a moment and then they release it because they're living in that moment. So you have the ability to cut you down out of this web that you've created, these swords that you're in pain that you're inflicting on yourself, the drama. It's all up in the head. So bring it down into the heart and live in the moment. I told somebody I would talk about this too. About feeling and empathic, abilities, and I talked about this the other week about sometimes it's like sticking your hand into a pot of boiling water. You are in that energy and you are burning and you are feeling it. You can remove your hand and see it and not feel quite as the effects. You might still feel a little bit of the warmth, but you're not into it. So if you're hurting over the loss that's going on, because there's other loss, I'm getting emails that are being reflected from the week of Evan passing on, but if you're feeling such heavy burden and heavy physical pain, and not those of you who are directly connected to this, because there's so many of you who are out there who are Facebook friends and energetic friends of, Cosmic Caffeine and Evan and everybody. And you might be stepping into the pain and feeling it a lot more than you could or should. And all I'm saying is if it's overwhelming, just pull back and love just outside. Just outside. You can send the love, you can hold the space just outside. But some of us love to continue to step into it because we need something to identify with. We need something that feels familiar, because sometimes pain is familiar and we'd rather have the familiar than step outside of it and be into a place of, okay. Because I've said to a few people this past week, and some key players here, society may tell you may feel the pressure to weep, to moan, to feel something larger, but the work that we do, we have to set aside what society is always telling us. Because for me, I work with Evan on a weekly basis on Sunday night for 2.5 hours over the last year and a half. And for me, I worked with him more energetically. And this is part of what I've grappled with all week. I work with him more energetically, and right now, I'm still working with him energetically. I was probably in his physical presence maybe 8, 10, maximum 12 times over the last year and a half, just because very different and busy lives, but we came together every Sunday night, and especially energetically, because I'm working in my house. Jamie always says it, Mitch is across town. So for me, energetically, a lot has not changed. Hardly anything has changed energetically. And I can step into what the world should tell me I should be weeping and feeling much more pain over the loss of this friend. But what I'm doing is allowing it to be what it is for me now, not letting anyone influence how I feel about it. And that's what I encourage you guys to do too. And I can feel an overwhelming presence right now. I had my moment. I was the anchor, and as Evan was instructing me to be, first couple of hours of this event, I had my moment, probably last Monday morning. I arrived to work and I said, and here it is. And I had my emotional moment, and it was there. And then I was done with it. And I personally don't go back to that moment. I am moving forward energetically again. But again, what I'm saying is, check in with your own guides and your own intentions, and see what your intention is behind your feelings and your emotions, and how you're connecting. We're all going to weep and grieve in absolutely different ways, and allow everybody to do that on their own, in their own way. So, very powerful message. I had no intention of talking about that, but I am absolutely being guided by a very good friend. So let me go ahead and dive in to the Lenormand card. We'll see what's going on. And Evan's presence is very powerful today, because tonight we'll be celebrating his life in a very large way. So this is the whip. So this card is about over and over, repetition, the beating, the berating, arguments, fights, repetition, chronic pain. And it's a number 11, and it's a Jack of Clubs. And that would be like our Knight of Wands. So very powerful sexual being, creative individual. To go along with this energy today, Ace of Cups. I think I had this yesterday, and I just shuffled. So our Ace of Cups, new emotional heart beginning, and you might have to, with this whip, you might have to over and over and over remind yourself to pull back, remind yourself to cut cords. And I'm talking about whatever in your life that might be hitting you over and over, like a wave just beating you. Sometimes just get out of the water. You're staying in the surf because it's familiar, and you're continually being hit by the waves. Just take some steps up and out and watch the waves crash on the beach and enjoy it. You know what? And if you are going to stay out on the water, you better learn how to surf, or you're just going to keep being beaten over the head with those waves. A lot of great visual images Spirit's given me today. So don't forget to take breaths, full and deep breaths, and set your intention to, in those full deep breaths, reboot, recalibrate, and in one breath, balance all the chakras, not just the main 7, but the hundreds of them that hold what you call and what you believe is your body together. So, wow. I will probably be watching this one over, because there's lessons in it for me as well. So I say to you, namaste. Check out my website, intuitivemessenger.org. Connect with me on Facebook, Twitter, all those wonderful social places. Thank you for being a part of this community. Tomorrow night on Cosmic Caffeine, Jamie and I will be on the air for the first hour, talking about Evan, his life, his story. And then Jenna Matlin, who Jamie and I both believe it's not by accident that she was scheduled way before Evan's passing to be on the show with us. And I feel like it's going to be an amazing show. So 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow night, Sunday, March 9th. We'll talk to you guys soon. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.